Welcome, trader. I really want to appreciate you for getting to this point because trading is not that really easy. It's more of boring. We're learning how to trade. It's so boring. So you took your time, watched the videos, try and master each of the videos, and now you are here to this point. So I really want to appreciate you. You've done well for yourself. You've done well for yourself, and you're on your way to become that true successful and profitable trader that you admire to be. Okay, let's begin. This is the chart. And one thing I want you to know is that everything you've learned through the pre-intermediate phase, they are not strategy. They are what the market is saying, what the market is communicating to you, and I call them the language of the market. So everything you've learned through the pre-intermediate phase, you can just say they are the language of the market. They are basics for strategy. They are pathway to create your own strategy, and you can also say they are tools to coin out your own strategy or language to coin out your own strategy. You get it? Yes. They are the language the market is communicating to you, and an understanding of this language will give you an edge over the market, just like it will makes you to understand the direction of the market and where to move with the market. Just like for my down length, if I say more, which means come. So whenever I say more, if you don't understand the meaning of more, you will tend to do whatever you like. And I will be pissed off, I will be angry, I might discipline you just as the market will discipline you if you don't know the direction of the market. You get it? I might discipline you because I told you to come and you are still doing something else. You get it? That's how it is with forex. But if you understand what I meant by more, which means the next thing you will do is to walk towards me and give me and tell me, okay, I'm here. You get it? So when the market say more, you walk towards the market, which means you are in direction with the market and you'll be flowing well with the market. So everything you've learned is the language of the market. So your understanding of this language of the market, you'll be able to flow and move properly with the direction the market is going to. Yes, I get you understand that. So let's move on. Just as you have to learn the alphabet letter in order to be able to spell your name correctly, so it is with forex. You just have to learn all the language of the market, so you'll be able to flow with the market, right? Let's say, for example, you are told to spell emolite, and this is the alphabet letter. So what you just have to do is to pick them randomly, to pick the randomly, so you'll be able to get the correct spelling of the emolite. So you pick E-M, then O, then L-I-G-H-T. You see, E is here, M is here, O is here, L is here, I is here, and G is here. You can see how you got the name from different place. So you see randomly, just pick them randomly. That's when you were able to get the correct spelling emo light. You see, so it is with forest. What we'll be doing now is to pick the different language which we've learned and also using the tools available for us to get a clear movement or the direction of the market, and then we are good to go. So we'll be starting from top-down analysis. Yes, top-down analysis means you analyzing the market from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame. During your beginner phase, you've been told the time frame to focus on as a scalper, a day trader, and a swing trader. But what we'll be doing here is as a swing trader. Remember, I swing trade most of the time, not all the time, but I'm often a day trader. So let's try this with trading and see how it goes. Then we'll be making use of the following instrument or the following language. We'll start from market structure, market market structure, or you can also see trend, which is to identify the trend of the market. And next we'll be using F and R, F and R zone. Z is for the zone, and you can just to the F and R zone is to mark up our support and our resistance, which is the ceiling and the floor. You understand it as we proceed. And then we'll be using supply and demand, S, and the zone, supply and demand zone. And what next again, we'll be using candlestick confirmation, which is candlestick pattern, A, F, E, candlestick pattern, just to get our confirmation. And we can also use chart pattern, chart pattern. So these are what we'll be using. Now let's move to the chart property. Let me delete all this. Let's go. This is the chart. What we'll be doing, remember, as a swing trader, you start from the top, which is the monthly time frame. So we'll be following everything that is written here: market structure, F and arrow zone, support and supply and demand, candlestick pattern, and chart pattern. So these are the different languages. So you can pick any of them and write on with them. So let's go to monthly time frame to see what to spot the direction of the market, which is the trend of the market. Is it clearly for me? You can see currently the market is what the market is currently doing is currently in an uptrend with what the market is doing. But the overall trend is what? The downtrend. You can see the overall trend. You can see. Let me use the part to you already know how to use this too. So on this low, high, then this low, and this I fail to break it, then this low fail to break this low. Yeah, so we still hoping that the next move should break this one and this one to give us a clear uptrend, or we should see a low. If we want to go to the downside, see a low to break this low, then we should know what we are still on the downside. But what I work with the current movement of price, what price is currently doing now. From this angle, you can see what price is currently doing now. Price is currently in an uptrend. You can see even if you start from here, from this low, you see created this high, now come back to create what equal low here, then push to break this one, this high, this market broke structure, and then came back, failed to create a low that break this low. That's the theory that we are still what in an uptrend, and now created this high that broke this one. You can see, so the direction is clear for what the market is currently doing now. That is what in an uptrend, if you should mark it. Yeah, put it on the week. Why I said put it just to, if you are marking out your structure, make sure you have a clear break from the week, not the body. You can see this broke out from the week. Look at the week here. You can see a full body candle broke out from this week. So that's the give tell you that the market was has what broken structure. So what you should look out for is wait for the market to pull back to the orange that caused this break, which is probably 50% of it, and then you buy to the upside. You understand? So if you are to use your well, so you can also use your flip tool to identify where is the low that caused this break. Let's use this low. So from the low to this direction to 50, you can see 0.5 is the 50, or 0.1, you can see this is the 50%. So wait for market to pull down to this 50 point here, or this 61 point, and then you buy to the upside. But yes, now we are currently on the higher time frame. Now let's mark out our F and arrow zone. So just to mark up, first of all, you mark out your supply and your resistance, your support and resistance zone. Okay, where is our resistance here? So these are first resistance. This one, remember, two candle moves in that direction give you a clear valid of what that zone, that F and R zone is valid. Now we see two candle push to the downside, so this place is a valid zone. Then that was for the resistance. Then about our support, this is also a valid zone for support. So this is also a valid zone for support. And see the market looks like it wants to break this one. Then we'll mark this one out. And then where is the other one? We have this. We have this. Then what else again? We still have one resistance here. But let's move with this since this is the current market, where the market currently is. We also have one here. Probably the market might pull down to respect these ones like this. Just pull down to respect this, get it before pushing to the upside. Just mark all this recent one. Then now move to the weekly. Remember top down analysis, we analyze the market from the top to the bottom. So now to the weekly. Now mark out your current zone on the weekly. We have one zone here. Let's use these two but with a different color to differentiate our weekly zone from our monthly zone. Okay, okay. We have this. Then what else again? Then we have this for our resistance, then our support. We have this one that tally with this, and we have this as well. So this is it. Let's go with this. Since this weekly it tally with, remember this one. So since this tally with this, so since this weekly tally with this daily, you have to adjust it. Remember this is where the monthly, sorry to say, this is where you can see the monthly on top. So adjust it to that of the weekly here, so bring it down, so both of them are the same. You brought it down. Now we'll mark our and our resistance F and R zone for the weekly. Now let's move down to, if you see clearly the market is still what in an uptrend on the weekly time frame. So spot the trend, you also have to spot the trend on the weekly. So if this is our low, push up to this point and then push down. Let me use the patch tool so you can see clearly. If I identify this as our low, created a high, a lower high. Let's use this as our higher low and then pull back to this point and then created this one and then now see. So you see this low did not break this low, so we should be expecting a break of this low, but you can see the market is trying to this I refuse to break this one, so we should be waiting for a pullback to this point or this level and then we'll continue the buy. So let me delete the part, delete, and then go to daily for our confirmation candles. You can see this is the daily time frame. When you get to the daily time frame or your H4 or H1, what you have to do as a day trader, spot for your supply and demand zone. So you can see a clear supply zone here close to this our weekly F and arrow zone. What you should do, remember three candle makes up a valid supply or demand zone. We have one, two, but this third one is yet to be fully formed. What we have to do, wait for this to be fully formed. This candle caused this drastic move away from there. So wait for it to be fully formed then to see if that zone, that supply zone is valid. Let's wait for it to be fully formed. Press the play. Now it has fully formed, so it's a valid supply zone. Since it's close to this F and arrow zone, then mark it up. When make sure it is close to the F and arrow zone, that is the one you should look at for. So the next thing you should do, wait for this market to pull down to this point and then catch the short sell before the drastic buy. Catch the short sell before the drastic buy. So bring out your long, your short position too, put it here, wait for market to come and tap it here. Just wait immediately, then your stop loss a bit above the current high, this is the recent high, then your target should be 123 or 122. Let's go for 122.5. I think this is okay, yeah. So this is now press the red button, see how it goes. Bam. You see the market has started pulsing. You see, immediately go to our entry, it pulled down. It's expecting this supply zone here, then continue the move. Let's continue. Let's you can see our market is moving in our direction, already in profit. Now TP smash. You can see TP already smash. So if you are already in this trade, you should be out by now. TP smash. Then because what you should be looking out for is what the next move that will cause the break of the zone. Remember, on monthly and weekly time frame, the current move is what? Uptrend. Follow the current move. This is the current move is what the market is doing from this part, from here like this. It's doing from here this way, this way. This is the current move, and if you look clearly, the current move what is in an up trend. So follow the current move. Though we've got this short sell, but wait for the current move. There's no demand zone within here. If there's a demand zone, we would have waited to cash what they buy. Let's see if the market will do that, and then if the market will create any demand zone for us to hop on the buy. You can see profit. Okay, you can see the market got to this our monthly time frame. We respect it. You remember this? Let's go to the monthly time frame, and you see this should be the 50% level. This should be the 50% level. These are monthly time frame. Okay, the market is here to get to the, let's use our Fibonacci retracement. Okay, this should be our low. Yeah. Okay, no, it hasn't gotten to 50%, but it got to 38% level. This is 38% level. But this overall move here has gotten to 50% level. You see, this first step has gotten to 50% level. So we should be expecting the buy from this point to from this point. Now that's what we should be expecting. You see how it works. So it's the same thing. Do the same thing on your daily, on as a day trader, do the same thing. Do your analysis from daily H4, H1, then go to M15 to spot your entry, and you are good to go. So I think with this example, we are okay. Then we are good to go. We are good to go with this example. What next? If you are part of the Emolite Forex Academy, come to the group. You get the link on how to day trade with the same strategy, where you get more insight, more depth on how to use the different tools and different language as a day trader to spot good entries for good trades. Yes, that's how it is. And if you are just seeing this video for the first time, check the description box, then you will get the link to the beginning of the pre-intermediate phase, where you learn all you need to know about the language of the market and how to respond to it. And also you get the link to the beginner phase. If you are new to forex and you are just seeing this video the first time, it is best you start from the beginner phase and then move through to the pre-intermediate phase. And there's also a link to a self-examination, where you examine yourself if you are good at the beginner phase before you start with the pre-intermediate phase. And yes, you are good to go. Stay active, stay engaging, keep practicing, keep learning. Profitability is the goal. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to turn on the notification there. Yes. See you on the next one.